Hello and welcome to Teach, Read, Play. Today's video I will be talking about what a relative clause is and showing you examples of how to write relative clauses. I hope you enjoy the video. Remember to comment, like and subscribe and turn notifications on to see more content like this. So, what is a relative clause? Firstly, a relative clause is a style of writing, a type of sentence formation that is covered as part of the grammar, punctuation and spelling curriculum in Key Stage 2. Relative clauses are a type of subordinate clauses. So you may be wondering, what is a subordinate clause? Here's a subordinate clause for you. In this sentence, even though it was cold outside, is a subordinate clause. It doesn't make sense alone. When it's added to the main clause, I decided to go for a walk, it makes sense in context. So a subordinate clause gives extra information but will not make sense alone. Therefore, it needs to be placed with a main clause in the sentence and punctuated with a comma. In this sentence, the sun was shining, although rain was predicted. The main clause sits at the beginning of the sentence and extra information is given with the subordinating clause at the end, which is although rain was predicted. So what is a relative clause? A relative clause is a type of subordinate clause that begins with a relative pronoun. The relative pronouns are who, which, whose, whom, that. Here is an example of a relative clause. The boy, who had just turned 6, enjoyed a delicious chocolate cake on his birthday. Who had just turned 6 is the extra information and the relative clause in the sentence. The relative clause is opened with the relative pronoun who. The ancient building that had been standing for hundreds of years began to decay. In this sentence, the relative clause is highlighted in red, that had been standing for hundreds of years. It's included with the relative pronoun that and gives extra information to the sentence. When we include a relative clause in a sentence, we give extra information in the sentence. The aspect of the clause that is relative means that it has to stand with a main clause to make sense. Let's take this sentence as an example. Have a go at writing your own relative clause in the comments section below. As you can see, we have begun the sentence with a main clause. We then use a comma to open the relative clause. You then use a relative pronoun. A relative pronoun is who, whose, that. You then open with the relative pronoun. We now continue to write the sentence with the extra information. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Remember to comment, like and subscribe to see more content like this. Bye bye.